Hello there, Carlos here. This video, I just wanted to actually take a quick look at the speed differences between the iPhone 6s and the iPhone 6. We've heard a lot from Apple about the speed increases, the better RAM, the better processor, etc., the better graphics. But I just wanted to see the kind of everyday changes that someone would notice when they're using the phone day to day. The first thing I wanted to do is the kind of bog standard geek bench where we test out how fast this device is overall compared to other devices on the market and between themselves. So I'm just going ahead and starting the test here. The iPhone 6s should finish faster than this, and undoubtedly will, because I have seen it already perform this test in other reviewers' videos. So it's just come up faster. It's finished there. It's got 4440 on the multi-core score, 2543 on the single, compared to the 3000 multi and the 1600 single on the iPhone 6. So it is quite a lot faster in that regard, actually, and quite a leap over the iPhone 6, because actually the iPhone 6 compared to the 5S when it was out wasn't such a big leap as this year's difference between the 6S and the 6. And when you actually compare it to some of the other products on the market, then it really is quite impressive how fast this actual device is with its new ARM A9 chip. You can see there against the 6 Plus. And actually it's only a little bit slower than the iPad Air 2, which is really impressive, I thought. This is the best feature of the phone, I think, is the Touch ID. You'll see I've just pressed the iPhone 6 and now I've pressed the 6S. And the touch that didn't activate the 6 Touch ID does in fact activate the second generation Touch ID on the 6S. That's how much faster and more quick it is in recognizing your fingerprint. You just hover over and it'll do it. Compared to the 6 now, which you'll see, it doesn't do it with the same pressure applied. You just tap it and it won't do it. It needs a longer press. Compare that to the 6S. And actually this is one area where they really have done some great improvements. Now when you're handling the device, you do notice that it is a little bit heavier. This is the 6 coming in at 128 grams, roughly. And then the 6S comes in a little bit more, about 20 grams more, I believe. Just under 20 grams more. And you do actually notice it when you're handling it. But I welcome the weight increase. I think it actually feels a bit more sturdy in the hand. And I've quite enjoyed that they've increased the weight a little bit. Now when we open up, I'm not testing the camera quality here, I'm only testing how quick the apps, etc. open, just everyday kind of speed test. Now this is the 6, and the photo app opens pretty much instantaneously. Now I did it with the 6S, and the first time it actually came up rather slow, which I'm not sure why, but it did. And so I kind of test everything a couple of times during these whole little speed tests, because, you know, just to give it a bit of fairness. So when I open the second time, it is just as fast, or if not fast. I mean, there's really no difference that you can tell. I mean, I'll do them side by side here. Make sure all the apps are closed. And they're pretty much the same. I think the 6S came a smidgen before, but nothing too discernible. Again, I'm just opening apps here and just seeing the differences. The App Store opens up a little bit faster on the 6S. I mean, not really a huge difference here. Just going to close down everything now to try for the Safari test. I'll open them up, and this one, it was the same as the photo. The iPhone 6 came up a bit faster the first time. I'm not sure why, because both the phones were cleared. So I did it again, kind of give it a couple of takes just to make it a bit fairer. You open them again, and then in this one, the 6S comes in a fraction of a second before. I mean, nothing to write home about, as they say. It really isn't much difference so far in the speeds between them. They open up pretty much the same. Again, I'm going to open up some more apps, go to the music store. It opens up a bit faster on the 6S compared to the 6. Try it again just to make it fair, and same result. The Notes app close down everything, open up notes. And on this one, they open up the same, but then when you go to write a note, the 6S is a fraction of a second faster again. I mean, these differences are so small, I actually wonder whether or not it is worthwhile upgrading from a 6 to a 6S. In my opinion, if you're not going to be doing a lot of graphic intensive gaming or a lot of processor use, which probably the large majority of you aren't, I'd say maybe it's not that worth it. But if you love your gadgets like me, then I'm sure you'll all be buying it. But thank you very much for watching. And please do remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. I really do appreciate that.